Everything's cool. Let me make sure everything is cool.
Saving everything. Just give me a minute. Everything cool? Testing 1, 2, 3. Let's see if they can hear me. Um, cool. Cool. Let's see. Let's see. Let's get it. People coming in here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Thank you, Paladin, because this is my first time using my laptop. Let me know if I ever go out. Like if I stop talking, just let me know. Or like if I say I'll be right back, then whatever. But like let me know if I just stop talking because this is my first time using my laptop in like a month. In terms of podcast stuff, because for the past couple of times for some reason my podcast stuff has not been good. But I'm glad that we are here, though. Let's see. We're going to probably get about 30 more seconds. I'm pulling the stats as we speak. But, man, y'all, Pats Nation, stand up. We have clinched home field advantage. We have clinched home field advantage. And we're actually going through the season pretty healthy, if I do see so myself. Yeah. Appreciate that, Paladin. Yeah. We are out here. Be sure to go ahead. For those of you guys joining, happy New Year's. 2017. This is the first video I'm putting on my channel for 2017. And what a way to start our way to talk about the Patriots, my favorite team. You guys don't know I'm the great Patriot here, DGP, back again with another video. Patriot keys. I have fallen off on this, and I know I haven't came back for like the past couple weeks. But playoff time, when playoffs are here, y'all getting these streams, y'all getting these talks. I just had work and other things I had to do. Also, laziness on my part, so I ain't gonna make no excuses. Happy New Year's to you, Paladin. But let's talk about these Patriots, y'all. Final score 35-14. Now, if you guys didn't watch the game, let me break it down how it went down. First drive, the Patriots got the ball. 7 minutes, 35 seconds, 3 for 3 on third down. Brady 6 for 6 on passing, dotting them out, just throwing dots, picking them apart, and they couldn't do anything about it. Couldn't stop us. We got up to like a quick 14-0 lead. Actually, we was up by 20. Actually, it was a 20-0 lead going into halftime. Actually, about to go into halftime, but then they scored right before the half. Then the Dolphins, they got a field goal to which is not a field goal. They got a touchdown. So it's 27. We missed I think it was like a 62-yarder. Wasn't expecting Gostkowski to make it, but it is what it is. So 27. Then third quarter comes. Dolphins come out first drive, and they dine us up. Took like 8 minutes. Basically, what we did the first drive, they did that. So I'm not nervous. So I'm like, we still up by 6. I'm like, Brady, put the hard hat on. Let's get it. And then that's what Brady just ended up doing. Scored in the third quarter. Then fourth quarter, we kind of actually the very next play we got Edelman gone 70+ yards to the house on a wide open slant play about 10 yards down the field. Great block by Malcolm Floyd and such. They played a big role. Michael Floyd, I should say. So scored there. Then fourth quarter, LeGarrette Blunt forced trauma, basically warmed down. Then at the end, we scored a touchdown. It was like an 8-yard run touchdown for LeGarrette Blunt. But then we decided to go for 2 to go up 21. Now, we could have kicked the field goal. It was like about 3 minutes left. It was about 5 minutes left. So being up by 20 means that, we weren't, going to lose that game. But, man, they was talking the whole game. They've been talking before the game. And I think Belichick wanted to send a message to everybody in the playoffs and the Dolphins, let them know who runs the AFC, AFC East. Went for it on 2. Edelman, 2-point conversion good. And that's where you got your final score, 35-14. So Belichick could have played, he played like Madden, sent a message. And I like that. Let's talk about this game, though, man. So first off, shout out to Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft, all those boys, man, up there in the upper management because Malcolm Mitchell, he could have played today, but it was like he sat out this game. He tweaked his knee last week, and we still had to for us to secure home field advantage today. We would have to win. We would have to win or we're in, or Raiders lose. One of the two had to happen. But so last year we was in the situation. Let's compare last year to this year. Last year, week 16, week 17, we clinched the first round bye. All we needed to do was win one game, and we would have home field advantage. One game. And Belichick, those last 2 weeks, we were beaten up, limping into the playoffs, and he decided, you know what? I'm not going to do this. What's up, Mello? He said, I'm not going to do this. He said, I'm just going to run the ball, and we just going to try to get in the playoffs healthy. This year, we are fairly healthy, knock on wood. This is probably the healthiest we've been past couple years, even with Gronkowski. Gronkowski being the only main injury that is hurt for us. But so we come in here, win and we're in, or the Raiders lose, and Belichick, no holds bar, came in there and just caused havoc, ended up winning the game like you see 35-14. But again, shout out to them because with the pickup of Michael Floyd, so back to Malcolm Mitchell. He could have played this game, even though, it wasn't a meaningless game because we didn't even win, like I said. But he decided to sit him out for two reasons. One, precautionary injury. Don't get him any more hurt than he needs to because he's had a great rookie year. And two, Michael Floyd, the new pickup about 2-3 weeks ago after getting cut by Arizona, we picked him up off waivers. He needs time. He needs stats to get in with Brady. He needs to get confidence. He needs to learn his offense. So Belichick said, why not? I'm throwing you in there in the number one receiver spot. Edelman, he's our go-to guy, but he's in the slot. Hogan, same thing, slot outside. They're not the number one option, not the number one like on the depth chart in terms of like outside. That will be Michael Mitchell, and now it's going to be Michael Floyd. Michael Floyd, first drive, man. When I get to the grades, I'm talking about more, but just talk about this one play. It's first quarter, man, and it's the first touchdown. Brady throws a nice dot slant. He gets wrapped up by one, wrapped up by two, gets wrapped up by three people. Sue and like another person came in to try to push him. And Michael Floyd himself, let's see how big Michael Floyd is. I'm going to get his exact measures. But he dragged all 4, 5, 6 of them, however much you want to say, dragged them in the end zone for a touchdown. Like 5 yards. 6'3", 240. That's what they said. He's 6'3", 240. And just Michael Floyd, man, doing what he had to do, man. And like again, it was a low risk, low reward for getting that pickup because if he didn't work out, we cut him. We don't lose no money like that. We lose like only a couple $100,000 that we weren't going to spend. Okay. And you see what happened. He's working on now. Then another time, I believe this was in the third quarter, when Edelman scored a deep touchdown, Michael Floyd laid out Andre Lippin. I believe that's what his name is, at midfield. Edelman slant. He's taking off. He got one person to beat. He's following Chris Hogan, who got a block, and then Lippin trying to chase Edelman, and then because Edelman was going up the middle, cutting to the right side of the field, and Lippin was trying to run straight, pursuing him. Michael Floyd came out of his blind side and destroyed him. He left his feet. I mean, it wasn't a dirty hit. It wasn't helmet to helmet. It was a clean hit too. Lippin, he was on the ground. It was a nasty hit, but it was legal though. But he ended up getting back up. So he was good though, but he took a stinger, man. But Michael Floyd, man, he did great on that block, man. So again, shout out to the upper management of the Patriots. People want to make fun of we giving people who drunk driving DUIs or doing this stuff, but Patriots are known to give people second chances. And it's not only if you have talent. If you have talent and you're willing to listen and put the work in, and that's the biggest thing. You got to listen, be able to put the work in. And Michael Floyd, after this season, he might be gone because he has his trial 2 weeks after the Super Bowl, February 25th. So that whole case of the DUI is not affecting us. So again, smart move. We're going to use him for this playoff run. He may get a ring out of it, and then if he goes to jail, it is what it is. But yeah. Side note also with this game, Patriots 8-0 on the road. For second time in history that we were 8-0 on the road, man. Our 2 losses came at home. One of them being the Bills, where we didn't have Brady, and we had Brissett, and Belichick was just trying to get out there. Wasn't trying to do anything much. And then the second one was against the Seattle Seahawks, where we was on that win streak and we needed an L, and that was our tough matchup after coming up facing the Broncos and all these other tough teams. That was in our tough part of the schedule, and we only lost one game. So 8-0 on the road, proven, and the road goes to Foxborough. Tom Brady at home, in the playoffs. It's a scary sight. So let's go ahead. Enough of the talking. Matt Moore played nice. Jimmy G did go in the game after we won by 21 when we got the ball back. But hey, so let's go ahead and talk about the grades for these people. Now, Tom Brady, I'm gonna give my boy an A plus. I'm gonna give him an A plus. 3 touchdowns, 25-33, 276 throwing, 3 TDs, and his passer rating was 130.4. So he did his thing. They don't have his QBR listed right now. But hey, man, Tom Brady, man, just doing his thing out there. First drive of the game was like 36. And also the field was atrocious. Now, I ain't gonna say it was bad. Field was bad. In terms of like the grass and the turf and the grass and stuff, you can hurt yourself. Like kind of how RG3 hurt himself with the Redskin field when he tore his ACL in the playoffs. That it was similar to that. Like you could have hurt yourself. So when Brady slid on like a 3rd and 6 to get a first down, he couldn't slide because like his feet was getting stuck. So he took a decent hit. The grass got in his knee brace that he wears because his leg, but he was all good though. So Brady gets an A plus, man. Did what he had to do, man. Didn't throw any bad passes I saw. Again, just masterful performance by Tom Brady doing what Brady does. Moving on, let's talk about the running backs. LeGarrette Blount, Deion Lewis, James White was featuring there a little bit. I'm gonna give these guys a B. LeGarrette Blount, did his job. Fourth quarter # Blunt Force Trauma, wear out the defense and then score. That's what he did. And Deion Lewis, I love what we're doing with Deion Lewis. So we want a guy because LeGarrette Blount, he's our power back. He's our running the drain the defense. With Deion Lewis, he's that I can run up the middle. And that's something we didn't have when he was hurt because James White, even though him and James White both are pass catchers, James White isn't a good runner like Deion Lewis. So Deion Lewis is able to run and do some pass catching too. And James White's there for the receiving. And we got a 3-headed monster right there. I mean, you got your power back, you got your these two are mostly scat backs, but you got your runner / receiver back, and then you got your receiving back. So we was short at the wide receiver spot, and Deion Lewis and James White were able to help us. Now let's go to the wide receivers and Julian Edelman, man. Let's talk about Edelman. 8 receptions, 151 yards, and a touchdown. Ever since Gronkowski injury, I'm not saying that this offense is better. We are undefeated without Gronkowski this year. Not saying the offense is better without Gronkowski. Not saying we don't need Gronkowski because we do need Gronkowski because the offense is way better. But Edelman has stepped up since Gronkowski because keep in mind, people want to talk about players not doing good like Bennett. Like people want to say, I'm going to get to Bennett too. But Edelman wasn't doing good because you got Marty B and Gronkowski in a 2 tight end set. You got Chris Hogan get it open, and then you had the emergence of Malcolm Mitchell after the Gronkowski injury. So Julian Edelman kind of got lost in the shuffle, especially when we have a running game too, because Edelman was basically our running back, essentially. A guy we can throw checkdowns to get 3-4 yard gains. We still kind of do that, but now we have LeGarrette Blount, Deion Lewis, and James White to relieve the pressure off of Edelman. And so Edelman, you see him now, 13 targets today. Now that you see Edelman with no Gronkowski, he's getting more targets, getting back into that role that we all know and love. So Edelman played great. Michael Floyd, again, that touchdown, dragging 4, 5, 6 Dolphins defenders in there. That was great. Chris Hogan did his job, a nice key first down. And those are the only 3 wide receivers that caught. We were short the wide receiver position. I think we only had those 3. We might have had 4 wide receivers active, but really only those 3. So I'm going to give these guys an A+ because, man, Edelman, I'm going to give them an A, but Edelman gets an A+ because Edelman did his job, man. Did what he had to do, man. Just cooking them, man. Just couldn't be stopped up there on any play. He couldn't be stopped. If Edelman wanted to catch it, he was catching it. Couldn't be stopped. Let's talk about the tight ends. Matt Lingo dropped the pass, so that's kind of right there. Martellus Bennett on 5 targets, 3 receptions, 33 yards on a touchdown. Now, I had a conversation with this Packer fan, nothing special. Shout out to him if he's going to watch this. I said, when after Bennett scored a touchdown, I said, man, having Marty B, because all Martellus Bennett this year is what he's had career high numbers in, because he's with Brady, because he's with Belichick. He's also a good tight end too, but he has weapons to throw to him and stuff now. But Bennett, I said, man, Bennett is so good, man. And I'm like, ever since the Gronkowski injury, he's stepped up. And somebody came to me and was saying nothing special. He said, look at the yards. He only got like 19. He had 33 yards, staying 19 yards like last week and stuff. And I was like, look at this. He's blocking and he's a red zone threat. Because the past since Gronkowski been hurt, even though he only had like 30 yards or 40 yards, he scored a touchdown, I think, last 3 or 4 games. So he's scoring in the red zone. So and I was telling him, Martellus Bennett being here that we don't have Gronkowski, He brings us what Gronkowski could do more than Bennett, but the key things that we need from our tight end is they need a run block, which is what Bennett can do. And to be honest, if Bennett put on about 10, 15 more pounds, he will be a lineman because he's like 280. So Martellus Bennett is like 6'6", 280. He can be a lineman if he wanted to. So have Bennett there who can run block, and then you have him in the red zone as a red zone threat, which is something we struggled in without Gronkowski. And I'm glad that Belichick, shout out to the other management, man, this year, man, they got it right. Get some Gronkowski insurance. Now Martellus Bennett is going to be afraid after this year. Hopefully he'll stick around. Hopefully he doesn't run to the money, and I hope he knows he loves winning, because winning is in New England. But man, Martellus Bennett, man, I'm gonna call him Geico, man, because he's insurance. Geico, Allstate, whatever you want to call Martellus Bennett. Marty BTD, love saying that. So yeah, Martellus Bennett, man. Tight ends, I'm gonna give them a B plus, because they're doing their job, blocking, red zone threat. That's what we need out of Martellus Bennett. Would have been an A minus, but Langwell had that drop, so I'm gonna take points off of that. Let's talk about the defense. And I know I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but it's been a while since I've had this Patriots talk. Those of you still listening after the show or right now in live, bear with me. So let's talk about the defensive line. Trey Flowers, man. Jabal Shear coming into this year played fantastic last year alongside Chandler Jones. So when Chandler Jones got traded, I said, okay, I can trust Shear, because Shear was a defensive tackle, also an end last year. Now Shear this year wasn't doing anything, kind of trash. And so he got sacked for poor play against the 49ers. I was like, dang, man, we got to send a message to our defense. We got to do something. And what Belichick did was a 4th-round pick last year that we've always had on the roster, Trey Flowers, comes out here and dominates. I'm talking about getting to the quarterback. I'm talking about run stopping. He is doing what Jabal Shear should have done. And then you add Malcolm Brown if he's there healthy, who's stuffing the run. Our defense, right, man. Defense line is playing great. Chris Long, I think Chris Long is more so there because we lost Chandler Jones. They had to bring in another name, and also Chris Long can be in there as a voice of the locker room. So Chris Long, I'm glad for him. So yeah, man. Again, we take a lot of losers typically. Chris Long, Martellus Bennett, those guys. LeGarrette Blount, because when he went to Pittsburgh, he failed and came back, and look at him, 18 touchdowns. So defensive line, I'm giving them a B plus. We did pretty good on that. Linebacker core, I'm giving y'all a C plus, because Kyle Van Noy, even though he did pick up that fumble with the longest return in Patriot history, which was 69 yards, which is kind of sad, but Kyle Van Noy did give him a touchdown with a busted coverage in the third quarter, which kind of gave the Dolphins momentum to come back. And a couple of poor tackles here and there. Some linebackers, even though they didn't do too bad. If I had to pick up the weak spots on why we had to lose, it would have to be the linebackers. And again, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it a bean with y'all. I'm going to keep it a bang. I ain't about to, say everybody did great because we won by 21. Nah, there's some stuff that y'all don't understand. Me being a Patriot fan, I expect perfection. So if I don't see perfection, I'm definitely going to call y'all on, even though we won by 21. But let's move on to the defensive backs. Yo, get the gamer. I know you're listening. I'm going to get close to the mic warning for you guys for like about 35 seconds. Devin McCourty is better than HaHa Clinton Dix. There is no argument there. HaHa Clinton Dix is a 1-year one, only had 1 year. Devin McCourty been doing this for like 6 years. Devin McCourty out here forcing fumbles, which is what he did to stop the Dolphins' momentum, to help us get that 21-point lead. So, kid, I'm going to need you to stop controlling. I'm going to need Packer fans to get off of HaHa, trying to compare to Charles Woodson, because Devin McCourty is way better than HaHa. Anyway. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm back. We back. But Devin McCourty, man, doing his job, man. Like the defensive captain, man, forcing a fumble when need be. Every time we need a turnover, it's typically Devin McCourty. But Butler, not so much really when we need a turnover. But Devin McCourty is a playmaker, and that's why I like him. Patrick Chung played well today. Patrick Chung's been on and off this year, but today, he was pretty well. Logan Ryan with that pick in the first half to kind of let me know that, look, we want this first seed. We ain't going to come back here like we did last year and just roll over. Now, they want the number 1 seed. It was a poor pass from, by Matt Moore, but it was still a nice interception by Logan Ryan. Malcolm Butler, just doing his job, man. The easy button, Mr. Consistent. So, yeah. So, if I had to give the secondary some talk, I'm going to have to give them a B plus, They did their job, did everything they had to do. And, yeah, man, 14-2. Beautiful feeling. Anything else I got to talk about? Do I need to talk about kicking? Gotskowski missed one, but it was like a 60-plus yarder. So Gotskowski has been making his extra points too. Remember, beginning of the year, I was real saying your time is coming, might be ending, but it seems like he's figured out in like the past like 4 or 5 weeks. Knock on wood, Gotskowski has been playing well. Now, hopefully, this carries into the playoffs because last year when he missed extra points in the AFC Championship, that's when it went downhill, and the Steelers just won the game off a touchdown. And that's just a side fact, but yeah, Gostkowski, he been playing well. He went 2 or 3, but one of them was like a 60-yard field goal. I was expecting to hit that right now. And I mean, he really didn't have to punt today except at the end. So can't say much on that. And I think that's pretty much it now for this game. We won again 35-14 for those of you guys just joining in. But let's talk about a season in review. I might put a bill on this before, but I'm gonna do something real quick. MVP gotta be Tom Brady, man. Set the NFL record set by Nick Foles. I know it's not much bigger than Nick Foles' record, but 28-2, 20 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. One of those interceptions wasn't even his fault, too. That's the funny thing. So Brady threw 2 interceptions, which was the only 2 interceptions that we threw as a team, and that stat is skewed as well because with Garoppolo, he had a couple drop picks, and also with him and Brissett, we didn't really try to throw the ball for them to force it. So that's another thing. But 2 interceptions on this whole year, both by Tom Brady. Go ahead with the Brady troll. But Tom Brady, man, 28 touchdowns, 2 picks. I know, man. But, man, hey, you see it. You're a Seattle fan, Metal. I don't got nothing but love with y'all. We beat y'all in Super Bowl. So, I mean, hey, man. But, y'all, shout out to Metal. He's been streaming a lot lately. Go ahead and check out his channel. If hopefully I don't forget, I'll put it in the description. But, yeah, go ahead. Shout out to Mello, man. Loyal supporter, man, in the NFL. But yeah, Tom Brady got to be MVP, man, hands down, bro. Missed 4 games. Passed Dan Marino's record today too for most passing yards in a career. So he's 4th on the list, I believe. Let me check out Tom Brady's season statistics. I don't know if they're going to count today's performance, but let me see real quick as I'm talking. But yeah, let me know. Do y'all think Brady should be the MVP? If not, let me know who y'all think should be MVP down below in the comment section right now, live chat or post stream. Let me see his season stats real quick because I believe he got 4,000 yards. I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong. I don't think he got 4,000 yards. Nah, he didn't get 4,000 yards because I'm looking at it right now. He would have got. I'm trying to do some quick math real quick. Oh man, this AMN better come in clutch. All right, so basically he got 3,500 yards and 28 touchdowns, 2 picks in only 12 games, y'all. Bruh, imagine if he had a full season, bruh. He would have easily got 4,000 yards. Might have got 5,000 yards. I don't know. But Tom Brady, man, salute to him, bruh. Thomas Brady deserves MVP. LeGarrette Blount, 18 total touchdown. Yeah, hey, Mello, I jumped. Hey, I ran out my apartment at the time when he caught that pick because I for sure thought it was over after that curse catch and that Marshall Lynch run. But yeah, man, Brady got over 3,500 yards, 28 TDs, 2 picks, man, and just dominating, bro. And people keep saying it's over for Tom. He's 40 years old and is the best quarterback in the league. How do you not give him MVP? LeGarrette Blount, 18 touchdowns. How is he not a Pro Bowler? He had a great season. Again, we actually have a run game, and I haven't been able to say that in so long. Like LeGarrette Blount in the playoffs has shown spurts, but not over a consistency basis, man. So I'm proud of this team. 14-2, what a record. My record in the beginning of the season, if you told me we was going to be 14-2, I would have told you, probably not. I guess 12-4, 13-3. I thought we was going to go 2-2 with Brady. But I knew we was going to lose at least one with Brady. I thought we was going to lose 2, and then we were going to lose 1 with Brady. So I was thinking 13-3, 12-4. But the fact that we went 14-2, y'all, 8-0 on the road, too, that's another thing. I would have never guessed we went 8-0 on the road. But Tom Brady, man, this Patriots team looks ready. Don't want to jinx myself because anything could happen in the playoffs. Because I keep saying I don't see nobody beating the Patriots besides the Patriots. And I really don't see nobody beating the Patriots but the Patriots. But anything can happen. It's the playoffs. And if we don't win the Super Bowl this season, the bust, man. But again, I mean, as Patriots fans, we are winners all the time. So if it's not the end of the world for us, but man, Brady can get that Super Bowl this year. Have the devil, hand him that trophy. Yo, I already said Brady's the greatest when he got 4. If Brady gets number 5, bro, y'all cannot question this man, bro. He's undoubtedly the GOAT if he gets 5 rings, bro. Regardless of what you think of him, cheater or not, whatever you want to say. But yeah, man. But shout out to everybody who's been in chat. Shout out to Mello. Shout out to Paladin who was in here in the chat. Shout out to everybody who's coming post stream if you guys catch this out. So yeah, man, that will be it for the video. Be sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. And that's gonna be it for me, y'all. Peace. And have a happy new year too, man. I hope y'all 2017 is great. And hopefully mine is great because the Patriots win the Super Bowl, hopefully. But all right, y'all, catch you later. Peace.